Good evening, League. Commissioner here. It's a happy Thanksgiving. It's a pre-playoff edition, special edition. Got the co-commissioner here. What up, Guido?
Hey guys.
So, real quick, we're gonna try to we're gonna try to make this short and sweet. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but we're gonna try. Um, we do want to just reemphasize. There's three of you we haven't seen videos from. We'd like to see them. So if opportunities arise, we'll ping you guys. Please, love to see your faces. It was great seeing all the new faces this year. Bloodthirsty, fantastic video. Thanks, man. Thanks for telling Guido to fuck off. We all want to see him lose. Um, Outlaw, great seeing like your nose and like tip of your nose and hearing your creepy voice. That was great. So yeah, uh,
I had nightmares for a week after watching that video.
The first time I watched it was on my iPhone. I thought I was watching a black screen. I couldn't see anything. But anyway, that was fantastic. Loved it. Definitely loved the participation. Favorite league. Thanks. So, three of you. Love to hear from you. So anyway, going on to the steamy playoff one to clarify one thing that I'm the commish, the co-commission I have decided for the steamy playoff. We've got the bottom four teams. We know the loser of that, the guy who goes 0-2, is the steamy, gets the trophy. One thing we thought would be better than him getting a first round draft pick, because hey, he's the steamy, he sucks, is that the winner of that playoff gets the first round draft pick. So it goes winner first, runner up second, non-steamy, I guess, like the winner of that toilet bowl steamy last final playoff gets third pick, and steamy gets fourth. So steamy will be the fourth draft pick. Um, right into complain, but that's the current thinking there.
Well,
Uh,
and also if you have any ideas about how to make the fifth and sixth place teams sort of interesting, they could have like a 2-week playoff. I don't know if we can come up with anything for that to keep them involved for the last 2 weeks as well. Might be worthwhile.
that could be interesting if anybody cares about. That's a good point. Yeah, right in. I love it that almost everyone gets to play out till at least a week into the playoffs. Um, Okay, so I was gonna do Guido teased the power rankings. I'm not gonna do power rankings because basically I'm 2 or 3 weeks past them. I apologize. Whatever I would have said then, totally different. I would have given Guido a way lower rank than I give him now because back then he was basically tied with Motor City Heroes in points despite his fantastic record, and somehow he's managed to right that ship. His points are much back in line with his record. That's just one example of where it's no point in doing them now because it'd be totally different. It's much better. Let's go into Maddie's playoff analysis. Here is Guido, given the pre-playoff, I don't know, rundown. This is much more interesting anyway. So Guido,
A few weeks out, so I'm going to give you some odds. The odds that you make the playoffs. Um, couple real quick things I want to talk about is that I was going to do some strength of schedule analysis towards the end of the year here, but there are no cake matchups. There's some that are a little tougher, and a lot of these matchups are intertwined too. So you're going to be sort of playing the guys you're competing against. But good job this year keeping parity in the league. Everyone was competitive. Some bad luck and stuff, but even this late, people are selling off their teams. There's no cake matchup. So so good job with that. I look back to last year. Well, whatever. I'll put that maybe in a write up.
a lot closer
So
this year. Teams are a lot less, lot closer, tighter race. So good job, folks. A lot more competitive.
yeah, and statistical things to back that up. The gap between first and last is way closer this year, by about half. So eliminated from the playoffs. LA Riot at 1-10. EPT All Stars at 3-8. Motor City Heroes at 4-7. Got a little unlucky there. Clinched is myself, Carson City Cunnilingus. I'm really happy about this. Had some lucky games in there to have this good of a record, but I'll take it. So that leaves 6 other teams vying for 3 playoff spots. This may be one of our more interesting playoff races in recent history. So I'll start at the top. I'll give you your chances, your odds, and a lot of this is just going to be based on mathematical odds of 50-50 coin flips in your matchups. So the Outlaw at 8-3, he's on top of the world. Had a good start to the season. He's got a ton of points. He should be in. One more win would clinch it. I give him a 90% chance of making the playoffs. That might even be a little bit low. But I would not be surprised to see him try and get a running back for a draft pick going into the playoffs to give himself a chance. His RB core, as we know, is decimated. Next is Burger with Strength at 7-4. He's in good shape. He's going to need to win at least one more game to get in. So we'll see. And right here, I'm going to say that I believe there will be at least one 8-6 team in the playoffs this year. So that's your target. There may be multiple 8-6 teams trying for a playoff spot, so it may come down to points. But if you get to 8-4, you will have a chance this year, I believe. So there you go. Burger with Strength. I'm going to give him a 80% chance. And he is playing the Outlaw, Bloodthirsty, and Dirty Water. So it's an interesting schedule for him.
That's me,
those
folks.
games are going to be important. That was my first Asian at 6-5, looking good. He actually was the top point scorer in the regular season last year and missed the playoffs. So might be a little bit of justice if he sneaks in this year. I have him at 45% to make the playoffs. Unfortunately, he has me on his schedule, so it's never a good thing if you're trying to make the playoffs. Next up, Bloodthirsty, also at 6-5. I give him a 40% chance of making the playoffs. He's a little lower in points, but he is right in there. Some of these teams are really close in points too. As we know, we're in a high-scoring league, so things can change really quickly as far as these points leaders go. So 45% for that was my first Asian. Sorry. Did I see? Okay, so Bloodthirsty at 6-5. I have 40%. Dirty Water next up, 5-6, has to win out. But it's not crazy. He's got a good team. Has to win out to get to that 8-6 number. And I put him at 15% chance of making it. Finally, the last team in playoff contention is Ingram. Rings around Guido's Uranus. Also at 5-6. He's a little worse off for points. But if he wins out, he will have a chance. Just got to get those points up a little bit. Not too far behind. So there you go. I got him at 10% chance to make it. That's all I got. I'm going to post this article. It's a little more in-depth, the article, and I will try and update it next week. So, are you, Nick?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that was riveting analysis. Thank you there, Guido. Yes. So, officially goodbye to LA Riot. Only LA Riot is officially eliminated, so everyone else still hang in there. But I think Guido's analysis is very sound. If you need to give some studs away, let me know. I'll probably be willing and dealing draft pick here sooner.
Nick loves the studs, so
I love the studs. Give me some studs. I love them when they're on my team. Yeah. I want the best he studs in my man stable on my team, rolling down against your team. So give me your he horses in my man stable, okay? All right. Anyway, good luck to the rest of the way. This is fun. Email if you have, or whatever, not email. Write in the comments if you have issues with the playoff, this new steamy draft order or whatever. Oh, Guido put me to sleep. All right, I'm just waking back up. Anything else, Guido?
That's it. We had something else about how the draft, is going to work next year, but
We'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to do everything. We're going to set a deadline for the keepers. All this is coming in the off season. Hope to see you all back next off season. Looking forward to the playoffs. Let's get through this year, and yeah, take care. Good luck in the playoffs. Bye, folks.